my review for ROH's Socal Showdown. Yes, I know there's big giant news that happened this week. You wait till Sunday. That is when I will talk about big giant news. Other than that, we're talking about this right now. This was Ring of Honor's return to California. Last time they went to California was under similar circumstances. They went out for a wrestling convention that was supposed to be held. Turned out to be a complete disaster. Many wondered if Ring of Honor would ever be able to even go back to California. It was a huge financial disaster, just not a good thing. Even though the show was really good, but anyways. This time, High Spots put on a wrestling convention wrestle reunion. I will say this, if they do, which it looks like they're going to do again next year, if they have the same type of people at this show that they did last year, I'll probably go, because I really kicked myself not going and not being able to see the Great Muta, who's at the convention, live. But this was the first show of the weekend, which was ROH's PWG, which was the much more star-studded show. I guess, what was this? Was Friday night, so I guess that was Saturday night, or Saturday, whatever. But this was the first show of the weekend, and it was a really, really good, great show, I thought. A lot of fun. It was a very fast-paced show. It was wasn't much different from any other Ring of Honor show. I thought Ring of Honor really did a really good job of just kind of putting on a good show out in California, which is kind of what they needed to do. So, anyways, let's get on with the matches. If you get the DVD, one of the matches on the DVD is Larry Zbyszko versus Scott Taylor. Scotty Too Hotty. In a bonus attraction match, which was a Wrestle Reunion special attraction thing. This was a pure comedy, kind of just throwaway match, but was pretty still kind of entertaining. Larry Zbyszko knows how to work a match, even if he can't do anything. You know, Scott Taylor is Scott Taylor. He knows what to do, what he needs to do. This was a good little comedy thing, and is a nice little addition to the DVD. So I thought I would add that to there. Not anything great or spectacular. It was kind of what you would expect on a Raw comedy segment, but a fairly good one. So there was that. Let's see. We started off the show with Colt Cabana and El Generico taking on Scott Lost and Scorpio Sky. This was pretty good. I wouldn't say it was good, but it was pretty good. They went out there, had a pretty good little tag match. Yeah, this was more of a way of putting over Colt Cabana and El Generico as a tag team, and kind of their feud building up with Kevin Steen and Karina. So it was more of that, but it was still pretty good, I thought. Then we had the undoubtedly worst match of the night, Necro Butcher and Erick Stevens hardcore match. I didn't like this on Big Bang, didn't like this here. This was a lot of the same stuff we continually saw. Didn't enjoy it, or I shouldn't say didn't. It was just kind of okay, and that wasn't even really okay. It was just kind of there. Then we got Roderick Strong versus Delirious. I thought this was good. They went out there, had a really good match. You can definitely tell that Delirious, in some ways, Delirious is improving. I would really want to see, after his last tour with Noah, now that he's at 2, just kind of how much better he's gotten, and if he's changed up anything or not. And supposedly he's pretty over in Japan at the moment. But this was really good. We got lots of backbreakers, got, some comedy stuff from Delirious. They both worked pretty well together, so this wasn't anything, that it wasn't meant to be, and was pretty good. Then we got Joey Ryan versus Tyler Black. I was kind of wondering how this match would be. This match was actually really good. Joey Ryan, was probably his best match in Ring of Honor that I've seen. And it wasn't like Tyler Black carried him. It was a good give and take. Wasn't anything more than it needed to be. Wasn't anything less than it needed to be. It was just a really good, solid match. That was really enjoyable, and really liked it. Then we got Jerry Lynn versus Kenny King. This was Jerry Lynn's return to Ring of Honor after his neck being hurt by Kenny King. So there was all of that going on. They were going for pile drivers, and they set it up to be kind of a feud, and that Jerry Lynn really wanted to get revenge on Kenny King, which played into the story really good. I thought this was a good match. Not great or anything, but I did think it was good with the storyline and everything they did. I thought it was pretty enjoyable. Then we got Kevin Steen and Human Tornado. I was kind of disappointed in this. I thought we'd get a little bit more comedy. I thought it would be a little bit more enjoyable. Still good, just wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Probably of every match on here, this was the match I was most disappointed with, and that's not a bad thing. It's just kind of I was expecting a little bit more out of it. We got, the Kevin Steen, as a heel. He's great as a heel. We got the Human Tornado spots. Really kind of bad that, Human Tornado never got to do a lot in Ring of Honor, because I think he would have done really well in Ring of Honor. He's very entertaining. I always thought he was, the first time I ever saw him was on WSX, and I thought he was just one of the best things that was on WSX. So there you go there. Then we got the first of the co-main events. We got Austin Aries, who was ROH champion at the time, taking on Jushin Thunder Liger. This match actually was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Liger is getting up there. There's a lot of things he can't do that he used to be able to do, but they did a good job of setting up the fact of why Aries wasn't defending the title, which instinctively would mean that you would think Liger was winning. On top of that, they did a good job of back and forth. Aries got busted open early, which did add a little bit to the match. They did a lot of good counter wrestling. Liger hit all of his normal spots. It was just a really good match, and Austin Aries was able to go out there and still do kind of the high flying, high impact style, and come off as just an assholey heel that people were they would ooh at the spot, but then they would boo him, which was great. And I just thought this was a great match. I'm a big fan of Liger, so I probably like this more than some people would. But this was everything you would want it to be when you bring in a guy like Liger, who you're looking more as like a legend. And I think Aries did a really good job of making him look good, and I thought the match was just really great and really enjoyed it. Then we got the main event, the American Wolves and the Kings of Wrestling taking on J. Mark Briscoe and the Young Bucks. 8-man. I am a big fan of like 6-man and 8-man matches, particularly back in the old All Japan days. So this was just I love this match because this is what I like. It was long. Everyone got to kind of do their spots. The only thing, if I knocked it, it would be we didn't get a lot of like the Briscoes and the Bucks both like doing tag maneuvers with each other type of thing, and same thing with the Wolves and Kings of Wrestling. Kind of the individual we didn't get like Eddie Edwards and Claudio like doing tag team maneuvers together. That would be my only gripe with this match. But it was they went full bore for almost the entire match. It was a lot of fun. Went for a long time. I love matches like this. This is what I wish when promotions do like these multi-man matches. This is what I wish they would do, is give them time, let them go out there, let them put on a good match. Because when you do a multi-man match, it can be really good because you got 8 guys. Guys can go in there, wrestle 1 to 2 minutes at a really fast rate, tag out, keep going, that sort of thing. And we got a lot of great spots, a lot of just really, really cool stuff. And I really, really, really like this match. This is one of the best matches I've seen all year. And had a lot of fun watching it. Really enjoyed it. Was a nice precursor to what I got to see in Phoenix with the American Wolves and the Briscoe brothers. So there was that going on too. But overall, this was a great DVD. The 2 main events really send it home. Everything else, while it was good, I did think it was a little lackluster good in that it was good, but it wasn't like good to where you were like, oh, that was good. It was more like, that was good type of thing, if that makes any sense. But overall, really great DVD. Definitely go out and buy it. I give this an 8.0 pretty easily, and really enjoyed the show and was good to see. So with that, I'm out. I will talk to you later.